Welcome to the DL Boxing Podcast. I am your host, Coach D, along with co-host Bad Chaz and neighborhood hero Ryan Rios, where we talk about the sport you and I love, boxing. All right, guys. Well, welcome back, guys. How you guys doing?
What's up, fellas? What's happening, bro?
Oh, I'm just happy, blessed to be doing this, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got another special guest, man. Let me introduce him. Fighting out of the Zoom corner, weighing in at a trim and ready 115 pounds. From Los Angeles, California, the inner city legend, John Scrappy Ramirez.
Hey, that's
What's
good,
up?
yo.
Oh, thank you, Scrappy.
You might want to be a announcer in the future.
Right? Oh, thanks, man.
Stop bullshitting, man. Come on, make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen, right? Yeah, you're an inspiration, brother. Thank you so much for making the time out to be on the DL Boxing Podcast. Well, let's get to it, man. Let's let our fans know, man, who is Scrappy Ramirez, man? Where does he come from? Where's his origins?
Well, I'm straight out the inner city. For those that don't know, that's LA. You know, and the reason I say inner city because I was all over the city. I was in a stable home, so I was always moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why. But I also lived in Honduras for 4 years at the age of 8 till 12. And that was a whole different lifestyle, good experience. And I came back at the age of 12, but you know, I'm straight out the inner city, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, making your dreams happen, right, Scrappy? I mean, working towards them.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't wish. I make things happen.
100%, man. Absolutely, man. So if I get this right, man, you didn't start boxing to the age of 20, Scrappy.
Right. At the age of 20. I grew up playing. My first sport was soccer growing up. That's where I got the feet.
Yeah.
And then in the high school, I played Pop Warner football, American football. Played Pop Warner middle school, high school. Dropped out in college. I played my freshman year. Played 1 season, dropped out. Then found boxing. So I've only been doing it for 5 years, you know. And it's not a coincidence. It's not like I just chose to box. You know, like I really sat down and really thought about what I wanted to do with my life, and I had to be realistic. You feel me? Because you don't play boxing.
Exactly.
And I weighted the risk and reward, you know, and everything made sense on my end, and I followed through, and here I am now.
Yeah, that is amazing, Scrappy. Man, when I was seeing your footage of you, I'm like, how in the world did this guy start at 20, man? Your fundamentals are nice. You know, your jab to the head, the jab to the body. You know what? I actually want to. I'll
say. It's called having a great understanding. Like the people look at the skills, right? But it's really of understanding the sport. I have a great understanding of the sport, so I know what to apply. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. And it's all in the mind. I mean, the intelligence, right?
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, brother. So with that said, 20 years old. So you started the amateurs at around 20 years old, right? Is that right?
I was 20. Yeah, 20. I had my first amateur fights 5 months into the boxing gym. And, you know, the amateur was pretty hard because I was already a grown man. And I was fighting at a lower weight class. So fighters weren't consistent. We couldn't find fighters. So I had to fight national tournaments. And that's where I really got my experience. But really, I got my experience in the gym, in the sparring champions with Freddie Roach. So that was easy. And I did a lot of traveling and went to different gyms and got to experience different styles. So I just did it my way, really. You know, I didn't have no excuses. I knew what I wanted and I made it work. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And speaking of amateurs, Scrappy, one of the very nice amateur fight of yours was against Amado Vargas in 2019. Can you tell us a little bit about that bout?
Right. So, funny story. Because I wasn't known in the amateurs, right? But I always wanted to fight Amado. Like I would see him at every national tournament. But the funny part, he would never fight. He would never be on my bracket. He would be on the other side of the bracket. Meaning, if I ever see him, I had to see him like in the finals because he was on the other side, right? But I remember my last national tournament, he was on my bracket, and I'm like, okay, I hope I was aiming at him because I knew if I get that fight, I knew I was gonna beat him, and that would give me some type of exposure, because of the name.
Yeah.
And man, that tournament, I got the opportunity, and I was locked in. I think I was in the semifinals. I can't remember, but I remember the venue being full, and he brought his family, his friends, like he had a whole crowd. We're fighting in Oxnard, so he had the whole city out there, and it was a good performance. We got the win, and we got some exposure, and yeah,
and he had at least double the amateur fights as you, right?
I don't really know.
You don't know, yeah, but he
just got the name. I don't care about no. I'm not that type of person. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they put on paper. You know what I'm saying? When I want something, and I'm always aiming at the big dogs or people with that are better than me or consider better because I think I'm better and I'm looking to be one of the best in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So the way I get to skip steps or all of that is go straight to the people that got the belts, the people with a higher name. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get to cut the line. And that's really what I'm doing. After my last fight, I got straight to it. I got the mic and I called the big dogs, right? The people with the belts, because I'm not trying to waste time.
Yeah, I love that answer, Scrappy. Awesome. One thing that caught my attention, Scrappy, was that you were being mentored by one of my favorite fighters of all time, James Lights Out Tony. Can you elaborate on that? That dude's like, you don't make him like that anymore.
First of all, man, shout out to James Tony. James Tony, I started training and working out with him before I even turned pro. He didn't know much about me or anything. When I walked in the room, he stopped for a second and looked at me for a whole minute, and I looked back and I didn't break the eye contact. So it was awkward and quiet, and we're looking at each other, right? Then he laughed and he's like, "Oh, you real you the real deal?" Because I ain't break the eye contact, And from that day, man, he's like, "Get in the ring, let's spar." And we sparred, and man, my man taught me so much from that day on. And just being around him, actually, like my man, you set the path, and just being able to get the experience or your experiences and learn more about the business was a fun experience for me because not a lot of people get to do that, especially with my type of experience, or where I was at that point in life.
Right. Yeah, beautifully, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Scrappy, I'm going to pass it over to my co-host, Bad Chaz, for some questions to you, man.
Hey, what's up, Scrappy?
What's popping, man? We here, man.
Hey, going back to sparring, man. Who are since you became professional? Who are some of your favorite guys you got to spar so far?
That's easy. Stephen Fulton, smart man. He's one of the best fighters at 122. Sharp, but real smart. Like you got to understand when you got skill fighters, like they're real good skill, right? But they lack understanding. My man got the whole package. Like my man is sharp with the skill, and he also knows about this. Like he knows how to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So Stephen Fulton, Zot, the Crazy Eight, Armenian, he signed to Golden Boy. He's like number 1 or number 2 in the WBA, 122 pounder. He's on the same weight class. He's another. My man is tough. Nice. Jordan and Cajas, lefty, just super flyweight champion, good sparring. Regis, good sparring. Cepeda, Cepeda, it's underrated, but he's smart. A lot of experience. Um, Man, I've been in the ring with a lot of people.
These sparring matches, do you land them all right there down in Hollywood or LA area? Like, or do you have to go visit them?
Most of the spawns, Wild Card, Brick House, Churchill. But if not, I mean, if I travel, if I'm out of town, like I've been to New York, I've been to Colorado, I've been to I just been different places, and whoever's in the room, I get that type of work. It don't even matter if it's an amateur. Like I'm gonna get the work, because there's always room to improve, learn.
Okay.
Even when I was out in London, I was working, hosting. I was out there and I couldn't get no sparring. No pros wanted to spar. So what I did, I went to the gym and sparred a whole bunch of amateurs and try to just learn, not skill wise, but like how their approach on boxing, like how they think, how do they like their program, how they their point of view, because everyone's different. They got
like their psychology of it.
To the sport. Yeah. So I'm always trying to look for opportunities to expand my knowledge.
Okay.
And again, you could learn, but that's on the person. Me, I just try to see opportunity in everything I do.
Right on, bro. That's cool, man. You're kind of doing things your own way. You got your own perspective and
my own way. But I had no choice but to do it my own way because again, I don't have no experience, so I can't copy and paste, because when you copy, you gotta. There's a deeper like understanding, like reason why people do things. Like if I just do it just to do it, then I don't have the deeper meaning, like the purpose, why, So I have to do it my way, because I have the understanding of doing it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, bro. Hey, man, going back to 2021, last year, you, I think it was like in April or May, you were able to accomplish 4 victory wins within like a 6-week period, man.
Yeah, that was.
Tell me about that, bro. How were you able to?
Busiest 2 months of my life, and I was having so much fun because every 2 weeks I was fighting. So that means I was away. I came back, got right back to camp, and the following week I was cutting weight again, and I would leave, come back, and do it all over again. So it was a fun experience. I was the most active fighter in the world. Nobody was doing it like me. And
that's a great accomplishment.
And through that, I'm trying to make a statement, like I'm taking over, like I'm not playing around, So actions speak louder than words, and that was a way of me showing the people, like, yo, I'm for real coming over. Like I'm not over here just trying to be part of this y'all going on, Like I'm really trying to take over, and I will, and I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I like to hear that. What do you got planned in the next year, man? So you can target some of these guys, in the 115 division.
As of right now, my main goal is to get a fight before December. I haven't fought since May 14th, since my last knockout, and I've been remaining focused, and also super important, I've been patient, and over this time I've mastered my patience, and also just purpose, bro. Purpose, because when you don't see nothing going on, you kind of lose faith and you lose purpose. Like it's like a roller coaster of emotions. So for me, I've been trying to make every day count and trying to be and being smart with my approach, meaning my training, because again, they keep telling me I'm going to fight, but it's not happening, and I'm fighting and I'm training like I'm in camp, and that equals burnout. So I'm trying to do it the smart way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it seems like Golden Boy likes what they see because they keep putting you on the fights, right?
Oh, they got no choice but to. Like I'm delivering, right?
Yeah.
It's a business, and they gave me the opportunity, and I'm giving them what they want to see, right? And that's the show, and I'm providing. So you got no choice but to put me on. But also, I do thank them for the opportunity, because not a lot of people get the opportunity. But my philosophy before I even came to the sport, talent cannot be denied. I just need the opportunity, bro. Just give me that chance, dog. Give me that chance. You give me that chance, ain't no going back.
Love it,
And
man. Yep.
again, I've been taking advantage of the opportunity.
Do you have any names established for this year for a fight that you got coming next or no?
Anybody, anything that's gonna listen. I'm not going for specific people. I don't care about the fighters. I'll go up the list. My main focus, the belts. Anybody who there's 4 belts.
Yeah.
So, whoever got the belts, and I'm not gonna keep mentioning no name because I don't want to give nobody clout. Yeah. Fuck it. You know, I'm going for the belt, point blank, period.
100%. Yep, absolutely, man.
Right on, man. All right, I'm going to turn it over to my partner right here. He's got some questions for you.
Hey, what's up,
Talk
Scrappy?
to me, partner.
Hey, I went to your fight at the Galen Center, man. And dude, LA loves you, bro. Anytime you're on the big screen, anytime you and Jojo Diaz were on the big screen, just LA just went crazy, man. And what is it like to fight in your hometown, man? What is it like to fight in LA?
Oh, well, that was my first time fighting back home. So it was it's like a double-edged sword. One, because it's good because you got your people. That's your city, right? But two, I want to say it's pressure, but not pressure. It's pressure because you still gotta take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure they're situated for your fight. You know, and that's a little tricky. Again, I'm new to the business, and that was my first time, so I had to get used. I need to get used to that because it's my first time, so I didn't know how to manage that situation. But I learned from it. Overall, it was a good experience, you know. And I'm gonna continue to keep bringing that type of entertainment because I'm more than a fighter. I entertain people, and I naturally do that. That's easy. I could do that all day just by being me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody loves your style, man. You're a superstar in LA already, man. People love you. I was in the floor seats of one or two rows. I was sitting by Ellie, and man, just anytime, like I said, you and JoJo, like were mentioned, or you guys were on the big screen, people just loved you, man. It was super cool to see.
You know what? It's the aura, bro. It's the way I carry myself. You know, like I don't think I'm better than anyone, but I am my own person, unique. Can nobody speak like me, act like me, dress like me? You know what I do? Only I can do it, you know? So, and I wear that proudly, dog. You feel me?
Yeah,
and people like it. So, hey, whoever fuck with it, I appreciate y'all. Who don't, hey, fuck y'all.
Yeah. Nah, dude, like you're exciting, man. Like you kind of remind me, and I don't want to disrespect you, but kind of like Tiafimo, but with a little more swag, you know what I mean? Like you have that style, and I don't know if you've heard that before, but you got way more like.
Catracho, so hey, los dos somos catracho. We're both Honduran, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, I got that after the fight.
Okay, right on, Scrappy. One last question. I mean, in the next 2 or 3 years, like, what is your plan, man? Like, because I mean, you surround yourself with a great stable. You surround yourself with just the best people that can possibly like help you, you know, further your career. What is your plan in the next 3 years, man?
Listen, I'm not too caught up in the future.
Okay.
I like to, you know, the bigger picture is the future, right? But I don't waste too much time in the future because sometimes we waste too much time planning for the future, and you miss that time, which is the now, you know?
Right.
So my job is right now I'm taking it 1 year at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. You know, as of right now, my next fight is the most important. But for next year, for the future, I just like a quick summary. In 3 years, I will be champion, no doubt. And I'm gonna be at the top, and I'm gonna be making. I wouldn't say making, but I'm gonna be the face of boxing.
Awesome.
You know, I can see that. Believe me, I like my approach of the game of my craft is just so different, so unique, man. Like the people can't match me, man. Only 6 years of experience, but my approach, man. If you guys sit around me, you guys understand what I mean by that, you know. I know I have it all figured out, you know, but everything in due time. Time will tell what I'm talking about, right?
Awesome, Scrappy.
Yeah. Scrappy, Coach T here. Man, I think our viewers need to know something unique about Scrappy, too, is the showmanship, the swag. Man, I got to tell you, Scrappy, when I see you, man, I get chills reminiscing of Hector Camacho and Prince Nassim Hamed when they used to come out, bro.
That's one of my favorite fighters. He was a bad motherfucker.
He was a bad mother, yeah. Yeah, so tell our viewers a little bit about how you present yourself.
He was out. You see, when I see myself, like, there's a feeling that I get, you know, like, because I feel like I could walk in his shoes. You know, like, I saw his documentary. I'm like, bro, I feel like I understood everything you went through, you know, and like how you thought. Like, I don't know. There's the energy when I see his documentary. I love him, man. He's a good fighter.
Yeah, man, and your unique style too, man. Like when you come out, you know, in the was that fedora hat or what are they called, brother?
Yeah, fedora hat.
Fedora, yeah. Yeah, man, it's just amazing. It just adds to the whole, you know, atmosphere of your fights. Must see TV. So, you know, I just wanted to point that out to our viewers. You know, that not only do you put must watch TV in the ring, also as you go into the ring as well. Yeah.
I mean, that's also a hobby. That's something I like. I enjoy doing. I'm a creative person.
Yeah,
I like to draw, you know, and it also helps me with my boxing because that creativity makes me feel good. And when I feel good, it makes me perform even better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's a whole dynamic in it.
Yep. It's scrap time, right?
Scrap time, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Scrappy, so let's do some fun question segment here with you, man. Let me start it off, man. If you were to design your entrance, brother, what is something that Scrappy has in mind in the future that you want to see yourself, you know, present before you get into the ring, you know, against a big, you know, for a big fight?
You said an entrance? You said an entrance?
Yeah, entrance. Ring walk. Yeah, ring walk. There you go.
Hey, you know, I always thought this was cool. Like, you know how most people got their tunnel? Like, I don't come from the crowd. I come from, like, the top.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You know, walking between the crowd, you know, almost like a party. You've seen The Mask?
Yep.
You know that the part where he's dancing at the park with the police? That type of, like, I'll come out down the bleachers, you know, dance with the people, have a good time before we get the fight popping. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, that'd be different.
I'll have my cousin walk me out with his one of his songs, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, the song I walk out is custom made by my people, you know? Nice. So it'll be super fun. But I think that'll be one.
Yeah,
I can't tell you too much, man.
Right. Save it till it happens. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Gotta keep it simple.
Yeah, that Chaz.
You know what, man? I like collecting hats myself, and I'm just wondering how many fedora hats do you have?
I got about 8, and here's the thing: 1, they're expensive. 2, it's hard to get different colors. For example, red, brown, pink, orange, blue, like any colorful. They're hard to get. But shout out to Milan. They sent me a package and I received a few box hats. So thank you.
That's cool, man. Do you store them like a special way, or like how do you like keep them clean?
You got to keep them in the hat comes with a special box, and you're able to fit it in the box the proper way. Yeah, because if it's not placed the right way, then it'll get bent or the top will get sink in. You know what I mean?
Kind of keeps it formed and stuff.
Yeah, so basically the box comes with a hole, and you put the brim in the hole. Now the brim stays on top, and the top of the hat goes in the hole.
All right then. And what my next question is like as far as boxing gloves and tennis shoes, what are some of your favorite gloves and some of your favorite tennis shoes for running?
Okay, let's start with the gloves. So I've been consistent with knockouts with Everlast.
Okay.
So I fought with the Everlast.
Yeah.
But for this next fight, I'm using Jackson boxing gloves. That's something I don't know if you guys seen my Instagram. We've been going crazy with the kit, you know, colorful. I just made a tiger
Yeah,
face.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
seen
I
the
got
inside,
some
the palm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
nice.
that's 101. No one has made that before. You know, again, I'm doing it my way, our way. Now going back on the shoes, boxing shoes.
Yeah, like what? No. What kind of shoes you like to run in?
Oh, I like. Damn, I just got me some. Look, so I grew up playing. I used to run in any shoes like Air Maxes, Chucks. You know, then my trainer educated me on getting the proper running shoes. Like there's running shoes. They're meant for running. I didn't know that before. So I got me some, man, I can't, they're not Nike, but I forgot the name of the brand. Oh, I really want to show you now.
Yeah, let's check it out, bro.
Hold on, I'm about to do the most. That's just bothering me.
Yeah.
Yo, Chris. Hey, what are the name of the running shoes? Running shoes. What are the name of the running shoes? The ones I got? The blue ones? Hokas? Oh, yeah. Hokas.
Oh, yep.
Right here, bro. Look, check it out. Scrappy, look.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Those right here. Hey, bro. Hey, I've been smoking everybody in those.
Hey, man, those things right there, once you wear them, there's no going back, huh?
Man.
Nice.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It kind of make me feel like I'm running on clouds.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't get tired.
That's good, man.
I ran 6 miles in 38 minutes.
Ooh, damn, bro. That's
Man,
pretty quick, bro.
Hey,
You're having a good time.
those shoes are the shit. Yeah.
That's
for
awesome,
sure.
man. All right, man. Thanks for sharing that info, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna turn it back over.
Hey,
to
you
my
know, talking
homie.
about, since we're talking about shoes, also, I feel during this time, I've learned on taking care of the body. Like I've always been a believer of taking care of the body, but as much as you train hard, like that recovery, man, that's the difference, dog.
Hey, I got another question real quick, man. Since you mentioned recovery and like longevity and stuff, how beneficial have those ice baths been after each like training session, man? Because you come off of some of this these hard days and these long runs, and you just feel a little banged up, beat up, and you got to do it again the next day. Those ice baths, that's like the miracle right there.
Well, first and foremost, let me give you a secret. You could talk to your body. You got to have a relationship with your body. Can't go hard every day. I'm not no machine. That's not realistic, dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the relationship is understanding when to go hard and when to hold back, and you don't get that through experience. But again, I've soaking that type of information because I have great people around, and that's something I'm doing currently, especially because I feel good. After a hard workout, I just want to go home and chill, right?
Yeah.
But now, bro, take those 30 extra hours to like stretch out, ice bath, little massage, like we're thinking long run, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, longevity.
Future. So, and again, my body is my tool. So that's something I've been working on these 3 months, like just getting better, because there's different ways of getting better. Skill, mentally, body, more movement, like more longer range of motion, like just always getting better. But man, taking care of the body has been one of the key components these past few months. I just want to touch that because of the shoes.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate it. Here's for Rios.
You know what? You're just making more questions, come from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, keep shooting. Come on.
bro. He's talking about taking care of the body, but the last few episodes we've been talking, about taking care of that mental state, man.
Yeah.
Like, how do you take care of that mental state? Because that's key to, being successful.
Honestly, I think I want to give a shout out to my father. Like my father was tough. Like I'm old school. Like Ain't no crying, complaining. Shit don't work. Figure it out.
Right.
Like, I'm easy going. We don't cry and complain. We just find a different way. It's so simple. That's like my mindset. So when people talk shit, don't pay attention to that shit. I give two fucks. Doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. I'm gonna keep showing up because I'm in control at the end of the day. That's why I say I chose this life and everything that comes with it. And sometimes when you do something good, you got people hating. So that means you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, just know who you are and know who you are and never forget where you're coming from, bro. And understand, remember your why. And I think everything should be straight. Listen, I'm still young. I'm still learning. This is what I've been doing and it's working so far. So I don't know what's the right way. I'm just doing it my way. And so far it's working, Don't get me wrong. I'm human too. I go through emotion. There's days where I don't feel like doing shit. I don't feel like showing up. But I made a commitment to show up. So I'm going to show up. And I got to pull myself out that hole and show up,
Yeah, the deal was already made, huh?
The way I do it might not work for you. And the way you do it might not work for me. But as of right now, it is work. I'm still focused. I'm motivated, So it's a combination of a lot of things, But just not getting big headed and remember your why.
Hell yeah, Scrappy. You know what? You're an educated and wise young man, and I respect that.
I'm trying to keep learning. I want to keep learning because we hit a certain age and we stop learning. Dropped out of school and we just stopped picking up a pencil or reading. Like, I'm always trying to learn, bro. I'm not trying to be stupid. You feel me? So I'm just trying to learn. And again, I don't know anything. Like, the smartest person don't know shit. So I don't know shit.
Yeah. And you know what, Scrappy? I know you talked about it earlier that you don't like to live in the future. You know what I mean? But you have a lot of wisdom to give, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of experience already, man, as a young man. Say the boxing, is over and done. Like, how would you like to give back, man? Like, how would you like to share your story? Have you thought about that? Like, when everything's said and done, what you would like to do at the end of your career?
Good question, but I think the best way I could do it is by me making every day count. And if I could motivate or inspire people, then that means I'm doing the right thing because I'm giving a person the spark, to do something even better, So I think that's part of it. Look, bro, I do things even now, and I don't have the resources, but I make things happen. Like, I already do it. I just don't say anything, Like, I work for some schools. Because it make me feel good. So, I mean, if I get the opportunity to help anybody, I'm gonna do it. And whatever I do it. I don't want anybody to tap my shoulders. It just make me feel good.
Awesome, Scrappy.
Yeah, that's
Appreciate
tight.
that, man.
Yeah. Inspiration, Scrappy, 100%. We loved everything that you had for us, our viewers, man. Any last words for your fans out there that are watching you?
Hey, don't miss the takeover, man. I appreciate everybody supporting me, but I'm just getting started. I'm only 10. I'm only 26 years old.
Yeah.
I'm fresh in the business, baby. There's money to be made. There's championships to be made to win. And thank you guys for the support.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Yeah, and I want to send our respect to you, Scrappy. I know you're a man of your word, bro. You kept your word to us. I wonder what you felt when you saw us visit you at the Brick House boxing club. Like, who are these cats, man? You remember that?
Yeah, I since my knockout, it's been a special thing where I get random people just show up to the gym and either check my workout, or come in for a quick photo or just a quick conversation. So I give everybody the time,
Yeah.
and the opportunity. And again, I'm a man of my word. I told you I was gonna do it, and we made it happen.
Yeah, we totally respect that, man.
Hey, I feel like that's also something we need to work. You feel me? As if you talk about better, men, bro, they're so cold on how to move. You know what I'm saying? You gotta carry that code. You say you're gonna do something, you do it. Treat others with respect. Be a protector. You feel me? But yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks so much, Scrappy. We totally respect that, man. We can't wait to see you get that 9th KO, man. Hopefully it's soon. Real soon,
hey,
man.
I dream about that. I see that. I visualize it every night, dog.
Yep.
I mean, I lay back, look up in the sky, just start visualizing. You know, it's getting to the point where I almost get the emotion. Hey, that deep. Yeah. So it's coming soon.
Awesome, brother. All right, Scrappy, thank you so much for your time, man. We wish you a good night, and we'll see you sometime in the future as a champ, brother.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to y'all, man.
All right.
Hey,
Later, Scrappy.
next time y'all see me, I'm gonna be in Dubai.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Peace
Good luck
out,
out there,
man.
man.
Hey, don't miss out my brother's fight, November 5th.
Of course.
We're about to write our name in the history books. My brother Ramirez is taking over the 175 division, and he will be the WBA champion. Mark my word.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, man.
Huge supporters already,
Yeah,
man.
huge supporters, man. You guys are
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll be watching that for sure, man.
That's what's up, man. Get your popcorn ready. All right.
All right, guys, it's time to recap the fights that happened last weekend. And boy, did we have many exciting fights, right? Awesome weekend it was of fights. Let's start with Alycia Baumgardner scoring a split decision over Mikaela Mayer, guys. Alycia Baumgardner now becomes a unified lightweight champion at 130 pounds. Really good scrap. What do you think? What do you think?
You know what, man? I honestly thought Mikaela was going to win that fight.
Right.
But Baumgardner had an answer for everything that she threw at her, man. She used the ring to her advantage, and she had these perfect counter punches. You know what I mean? To just kind of keep Mikaela at bay. Mikaela kind of seemed like she came back like maybe between the 5th and the 7th round.
Yeah, she had a string of 3 rounds that kind of evened things up. But then Baumgardner had Plan B. Yeah. And it seemed like Mayer was stuck on Plan A, right? It's just coming forward. And Baumgardner's legs and athleticism, I think, prevailed, as well as her combinations.
Right.
I love those combinations she would get in and out. What do you think, Ryan Rios?
You know what? I seen a different fight then, man.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Because I felt like Baumgardner won maybe the first 2 or 3 rounds.
Interesting. But she did, yeah.
You know, Mikaela came on strong, dude.
Yeah.
Started boxing, started showing her like
landing that right
athleticism, started showing her experience in that ring, man, and controlled that ring. And I want to say, maybe after the 2nd or 3rd round, I want to say maybe Baumgardner won maybe 1, 2 tops. So I had it scored 4-6 Mayer.
Oh, wow.
And
Interesting.
Again, I've only watched the fight once. If I rewatch it, maybe I might see something a little different. But honestly, man, I think Mikaela Mayer won that fight. And I'm not trying to sound like a hater, props to Baumgardner, I hope they have a rematch. But at the same time, from what I seen, I was a little shocked when they had that decision.
I was surprised that Mikaela Mayer was so adamant that she had been robbed. I'm like, what do you mean? For me, Baumgardner won 6-4.
Yeah,
around there. But that's interesting to get your perspective because
and I haven't even heard what Mikaela said. So she's pretty
she's a sort. She wasn't real happy about it.
Yeah,
and Baumgardner's not wanting to offer a rematch.
Yeah,
that's at least not right now. Yeah. Unless we were distracted by Baumgardner's trunks, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, very well.
Right. But great win to Alycia Baumgardner. She got the nod, and she's
and you know what? It makes that division even more exciting. And there's going to be big money if they were to fight again. So it's going to be a win-win for both of them if they fight again.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, guys, let's go to the main event of that card, which was a beautiful fight between Claressa Shields scoring a unanimous decision over Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall was the only woman to have ever beaten Claressa Shields in the boxing match back in the Olympics. Claressa Shields gets her revenge in a beautiful performance, just toe-to-toe action. She gets the better of Marshall. How'd you see that, neighborhood hero Ryan Rios?
Oh, man, I think we better start calling her the GOAT.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought she
made a believer out of me, man.
Yeah, man. I thought she looked impressive, dude. To go after somebody that beat you and just take it to him like that, man, and just pretty much do what you want to do with her was just so impressive to me. She went into her hometown. Yeah. Everything was against her. That layoff even. And she went in there and just put on a show. Even from the ring walk to the end of the fight, man, just entertaining, man. And I just much respect to Claressa Shields, man. She might be the greatest fighter of all time, man, as far as women's.
Right.
But
she became
great performance.
3-time undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes, which is amazing.
Wow, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, an accomplishment.
Has anybody ever did that?
No,
not even close.
Not
right?
even. Yeah,
no, that's
crazy.
First
you'd have to look
females.
back all the way to maybe Henry Armstrong. I don't know.
As far as women, Layla Ali was probably the next best thing. You know what I mean?
Right. But yeah, she's totally eclipsed anything in women's boxing.
Man. Amazing.
Yeah. That was a awesome fight. Bad Chaz, did you see
know
it the way
what?
you saw it?
Watching that fight, man, it was just impressive watching Claressa, like how she kind of used the ring. Like the fight started off, and I expected her to kind of go towards her, and she didn't. She kind of backed up, and she's just like, "Come to me."
Yeah,
sat down, and then just she countered, and when she countered, she didn't. She'd counter with 3 to 5 punches, and maybe the first 2 or 3 didn't land, but the second 2 did.
She got down, man.
And she had the power in that fight, and it was just like, wow, that gained a lot of respect. And they both had their rounds, right. But Claressa, she took the edge.
Yeah, and respect to Savannah Marshall for coming forward throughout the whole fight, never giving up.
Yeah,
right, taking those shots. She took a lot of shots to the head and body. But she kept coming, man. I was like thinking, man, maybe she's gonna wear out Claressa in the later rounds. Mm-hmm. But as we digress, they only fight 2-minute rounds. Mm-hmm. It could possibly be different if it was 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? I agree with you there, because after those 2 minutes, man, I wanted to see more again. It was like it started picking up, and it was like once you kind of see somebody get tagged with a shot, it was like over, or like maybe like 20 seconds, 30 seconds later, it was just. Yeah. So I agree with you guys there as far as extending that round up to 30 minutes for at least title fights, especially for undisputed.
Right.
So there's got to be some type of leniency there.
Yeah. It was one of the best fight I've seen, Claressa Shields fight, and I think for me it eclipsed the Katie Taylor Serrano fight, man.
Okay. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I loved it that much, man. I enjoyed it so much. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's turn over to the main event, ESPN Plus, where we had the rematch between Devin the Dream Haney. He scored a unanimous decision once again over George Kambosos. Bad Chaz. How'd you see that, brother?
That was just one of those fights where I really didn't know what was going to happen, but I was kind of leaning with Haney.
Right, we wanted to see what Kambosos' his changes that he's made, right?
His
from
game
the first
plan,
fight. His game plan, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I thought maybe he might come in and land that lucky shot, and he started off like a little fast, and I thought, oh wow, he came in that second round. Like, all right, he's got a new game plan. He's coming in fast. He's kind of got Haney a little. I guess kind of having to learn how to adapt to that situation. And it seemed by like the third round, Haney had already adapted
Figured
to
him
it.
out.
And then he took complete control of that fight and took the mental fortitude away from Kambosos.
Right.
And,
just like that, right? Damn.
And you know what? But respect to Kambosos, you know what I mean? He gave it his all. He left it all there in the ring. What do you guys see? I mean,
neighborhood hero Ryan Rios. We talked about how George Kambosos was wavering around the 10th round, where he was almost ready to go.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Haney stop him, and I thought he came close a couple times.
Yeah, he did.
But I mean, God, man, like Haney just did whatever he wanted to do with them.
Special
you know
fighter.
what I mean? Kambosos, like you said, was trying to like switch from like orthodox to southpaw, and that didn't confuse Haney at all, man. Even at times when he was switching, like he was getting tagged.
But it was kind of almost a little bit of a waste of time for him to switch to southpaw.
Exactly, like he confused himself.
Like he would do it, and then he wouldn't fight in that stance. He would just like bounce back to his orthodox position.
So it was a little weird for me, and it didn't confuse Haney at all. It was just more like more of just like confusing, Kambosos. You know what I mean? And Haney pretty much just cruised onto that victory.
It was just a masterclass by
Haney. Just masterclass performance. And poor Kambosos, man. Like, I kind of feel bad for the dude. He had a big moment with Tiafimo.
Nice streak, yeah.
And you know, like hopefully he had a big payday. He can take care of his family. And,
I'm sure he did,
And, you know, I don't know what's next for him, but Haney, man, like it's super interesting to see what he does. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of big fights out there, man. These young guys are making some money right now.
You think Haney stays at 135, or you think
Definitely
he goes up to 140?
He has to
soon?
defend that undisputed.
Great question. He's undisputed. He's the man, no doubt, at 135. But like, I don't know if
He's
I was
growing
telling
in-
you, he looked daunted at the weigh-in, bro. Like, you know, like skeleton looking.
I don't know how much longer he's
right.
gonna be able to-
You could tell he's kind of struggling to make the weight, but I believe he said, you know, for the big fights there, he's still willing to stay.
I hope
and
so.
defend his undisputed. Yeah, I hope so too. But part of me says I think he'd be even stronger at 140.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you know what,
what I'm
honestly, like to go out being undisputed, to go up another division
Right.
and take your time at that 140,
Yeah.
it's like better to do that instead of lose your titles and then go up to 140.
Right, yeah.
Think about 140 now. You got possibly Haney. You got Ryan there, Ryan Garcia, and then you got
Jose Ramirez.
Didn't Shakur just move up to there?
Shakur
He
went to
moved
135.
Jose
Teofimo
Sepulveda.
Lopez is the one that went to 140.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? You guys are probably right. He probably should move up to 140. He already conquered that
probably should,
division.
yeah.
And what else does he have to prove? I mean,
Yeah.
there's good fighters there, and it's a risk. But I mean, 140. I mean,
Yeah.
he could take
Yeah,
his
I would
time.
recommend
And
to go-
he's still
yeah.
young.
Probably what's best for his health.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. Yeah. Because I saw that weight and I was like, man.
Yeah, he looked
But
well
he's
drained.
he's a special talent.
That was awesome, man.
Masterclass boxer. Yeah. Great win for Devin Haney for
Yeah,
sure.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Yep. All right, guys, let's turn it over to the pay-per-view from Premier Boxing Champions. In the co-main event, we saw Caleb Plant knock out Anthony Dirrell with the left hook. Oh, my goodness. Just KTFO'd him.
Man, that
Beautiful.
was crazy.
It was beautiful, right?
Yeah, it was,
Neighborhood
man.
hero Ryan Rios.
God, man, I was surprised, dude.
Right? I was too.
I was watching that fight, and Caleb Plant looked good, you know, and,
Yeah.
and I thought he was winning that fight, and Dirrell was trying to, you know,
Control.
kind of like put the pressure on, and he had his spurts and stuff, but when Caleb Plant caught him off guard, man, he went to the body,
Body and then.
and Dirrell didn't see it coming,
No,
man.
he
And when
didn't.
you don't see that shot coming, those are the most brutal shots, dude, because you have
that
no. What's that?
The ones that hurt.
Oh my
you don't
God,
see it.
dude, you don't
Yeah.
see it, bro. You don't expect it. You have no chance to
Brace yourself.
brace yourself, do anything, but take that shot flush, man, and lights
Flush he
out,
did,
dude.
man.
You know what? I'll be the first to admit it, man. I wasn't expecting Plant to develop that power that he did for that kind of knockout.
It was just
Now-
placement, like you said.
Placement, yeah.
If you watch it again, though, you'll notice that whenever he set up that body shot, after he hit him to the liver, it's like he hit him to the liver and then he dropped down again to
Right.
use his legs, and then he came back up with that
Wide
hook.
open.
And I don't know if that's something that he developed in training, that his new coach is
Yeah,
kinda
his new
working with
coach,
him.
Bredwin Edwards, actually, and he talked about that, saying like, man, when I first held mitts for Caleb Plant, he was surprised by the pop that he had, and so he was like, hey, this guy, has some pop. Maybe
Yeah.
he could sit down on his punches. Teach him how to, work towards sitting down on his punches. And this fight, he showed that he could. He has a little pop and can.
And
knock
you know
somebody
what?
out.
Like in my eyes, that's what I consider a trap, because he trapped him, man.
Yeah.
Like he had nowhere to go, and he just delivered that shot. Was just on the money, dude. And you don't get those shots very often, but when you do, you got to take advantage, man. And he
Right.
did, dude. He just outsmarted him, and he just landed that precise shot
Yeah, it was beautiful,
to
man.
Dirrell, man.
It was cool, man.
Just
Beautiful.
as nice as his outfit, his Freddy Cougar outfit.
Right.
Oh, those
Yeah.
shoes, bro.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that too, man.
Freddy Krueger shoes. That's right. That was a nice outfit.
Perfect time of the
Right?
year.
Yeah. Awesome. Congratulations to Caleb Plant.
Yeah,
Beautiful
congrats,
knockout of
man.
the year candidate for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Talking about knockout or a KTFO, we went. Let's present the main event, which saw the return of Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. He scored a first-round knockout of Robert Helenius. Just kind of like, what was it, like a step back, made Helenius run into a half right.
Yeah.
Boom. And then Helenius just dropped like a bag of potatoes.
He did,
Like
man.
if he was like in a, like a Dracula, like dropping, bro. It was crazy, bro. And he was out for the count of 100, man.
Yeah.
So, how'd you see that, Bad Chaz?
Oh, you know what, man? It was just like watching that fight. I was kind of thinking, all right, like let's see what Wilder has this time around. Like after his comeback from Tyson Fury,
Right.
and didn't really know what to expect with Helenius. I just knew that these guys, they were familiar with each other, So I was, give them the benefit of the doubt, like, hey, like I'm always game for watching, the underdog kind of make an upset. So, but I was just watching Wilder, kind of use his lateral movement, and it kind of looked a little awkward, like I was just like, man, like he don't look too good, like moving lateral, like. And I was just like, and I don't see him like making a knockout like without his feet planted, but you know what, like. He got in that corner and then he made like a little half cock. And then that guy, Helenius, just kind of came in with like his own weight. He was coming in and he met force with force. And I mean, man, he went good night, man. Like his Holy Spirit left, bro.
Yeah,
like, he left the stadium, and I was just like, dang, man. Like,
man.
But they made amends and stuff. So,
right, yeah,
it was crazy.
Credit, Malik Scott, Deontay Wilder's trainer, who has been teaching him, this new wrinkle in his game, right? To where you don't have to go get the knockout. You let the knockout come to you, right? Now he has Deontay calmly. And I was telling you, why does it look weird? It looks like, could he be shot from the Fury fights? But no, now that the explanation was out there, that the game plan was for him to, kind of make Helenius walk into the shot, which he did. That game plan was awesome, man. And credit Malik Scott for giving Deontay Wilder that wrinkle in his game. That's scary, man. If now he's gonna bait you in. Yeah. Holy cow, who's gonna win? Whoever he fights is like, okay, do I go towards him or you know what I'm saying? When is that right hand gonna come in? And then it's perfect. It's awesome. And I can't wait to see Deontay Wilder fight again, man.
Yeah.
Neighborhood hero,
right?
You know what?
You were right on the money because you predicted, I think, a knockout in the first
KTFO,
one or two, 3 rounds. And it caught me off guard, you know what I mean? Because it seemed like, he was like, he had his back against the ropes, man. And he was just kind of playing possum a little bit. And like I said before, like he always has that cannon just locked and loaded, man. And he can let it go whenever he wants, man. And he let it go. And you guys seen the outcome, you know what I mean? And it just seemed like there was nothing saving Helenius, man, after that shot. It was just, you knew.
Crazy, huh?
You just see him drop to the canvas, and then Wilder, man, is back, dude. The heavyweight division is back.
He needed that. He needed that upstairs.
Oh,
yeah, exactly,
sure.
man. So props to you, Daniel. Good call. And I didn't see that coming.
Well,
and I
he
can't
is a knockout artist.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him again.
One of the hardest punchers in the day, in history. So.
Yeah, dude.
But I appreciate that, brother.
You called it, bro.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, so that rounds up our fights for this weekend. We thoroughly enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Had us. It
was a little complicated. We had a couple TVs going at once where it's like, Caleb Plant just landed a knockout.
And Devin Haney's over here.
Devin Haney's over here with Kambosos. And Kambosos has like a cotton ball stuffed in the head.
Bro, you like turn cross-eyed and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dog needs to go outside.
Right.
Yeah. The pizza's just got here. And it's like, no, I'm going to watch the fight though.
Yeah. And then out of all the midst of that, you got to use the restroom. You're dang, what do I do first?
Too many choices.
Yeah.
Hey, but we loved it, right? We loved every second of it, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, guys. Well, let's do some shout outs. I'd like to shout out John Scrappy Ramirez. Thank you, man, for coming on to the DL
Scrappy.
Boxing Podcast. You're an inspiration to us all, to do our thing our own way. That's a great message, man. Fantastic message. The Brick House Boxing Club.
Yes.
Thank you guys for letting us meet Scrappy and set this whole thing up.
Thanks, Ian.
Very cool. Ian, thank you so much.
Thank
Zulu
you.
Ramirez.
Good luck, Zoro.
Yeah, good luck on November 5th. Yeah.
We'll be watching
We're
it,
with you.
man.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Any other shout outs you'd like to make?
No, just our viewers, you know what I mean?
There you
Like,
go,
keep watching it and enjoying it, you know what I mean? If you guys have any questions or recommendations or, comments,
let us know.
Let us know. We'd be more than happy than to get back to you. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, it would. Neighborhood Hero and Reels.
Yeah, same thing, man. Our viewers, man. Everybody that watches our show, man, we appreciate it, man. And if you guys ever want to reach out to us, I mean, just reach out to us. You're always here, man. Like, if you guys ever just want to talk or chime in on anything, just let us know. Hit us up on DL Boxing Instagram. And, man, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions or get any guests you guys want. I mean, everybody's been more than gracious to want to talk to us. And everybody just gives positive feedback on us, man.
It's all love, man. Yeah.
It's all love, man. So we're all a boxing community, and And you know what? We're here for you guys too. So.
Yeah. And if you have a favorite fight that you watched this weekend, let us know. We'd like to hear what you guys enjoyed.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. I'd like to thank, as always, the audio guy, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Camera guy, Liam.
Liam, Rob.
I am Coach D. This is co-host Bad Chaz. Neighborhood hero, Ryan Rios. And we're out, guys.